Greetings everyone, Cameron McCassin here, coming at you with a recommended movie. This week I want to show you a little movie called The Texas Frightmare Massacre. This is directed by Joe Francis in Dallas, Texas. Full disclosure first, I'm listed as an executive producer on this movie. As you can see, this is a cast and crew copy, which Joe just sent me this last week. I watched it last Friday before I headed out to Wonderfest and really enjoyed it. Basically, the reason I'm listed as an executive producer is because I helped to fund the movie. Joe made a micro-budget movie. I donated like 20 or 25 bucks, I think, to basically help him get the funds to get things going. The basic premise of this movie, if you don't know what Texas Frightmare Weekend is, it's a convention they hold in Dallas, Texas for, I want to say, the past 4 or 5 years. And I haven't visited myself, but from what I understand, it's the same thing you see, probably wherever you are in your neck of the woods. You have horror celebrities of different calibers setting up, signing autographs, selling DVDs and t-shirts and all kinds of fun stuff like that. What Joe basically did was he wrote a script around that convention and shot it there, or at least a good chunk of it right there at the convention. So if you're at the convention, you may see yourself pop up in the background. Pretty cool little movie. The one thing that I will say is I really did laugh at this. I'm not a big fan of the horror comedy. I think since Shaun of the Dead, everyone has tried to nail it and just hasn't really got there. The thing that Joe really did that I dig is he made a comedy and took all the quirkiness of horror conventions and just kind of stuck it in there. I've been to quite a few conventions over the year, both here in Nashville. I just came back from Wonderfest, which isn't strictly a horror festival, but if you've ever been, you'll kind of get the gist of it. It's a cool little movie. Joe asked me to basically say what my favorite parts were, what my least favorite parts were. My favorite part about this is the mask. He uses this horse head, which is it's just a great slasher mask. I mean, it's funny, and at the same time, it's kind of eerie. Not to give you the full rundown of the story, but basically you have a kid who is kind of he's just a geek, basically. He gets carted to the Texas Frightmare Weekend by his stepsister and her boyfriend, who don't want him to go. They keep trying to leave him. They basically get there. They're planning on killing him, and in turn, he retaliates. A lot of stuff goes down. Take it from there. But basically, the kid sticks on a slasher mask and just starts killing people. It's a funny story. It's a good premise. There are a lot of laughs in this. Joe Francis plays one of the security guards. The guy plays opposite him. It's kind of like an R. Lee Ermey character. Very, very funny stuff. There's a lot of just good dialogue in this movie. The thing about micro-budget cinema that I really like is you kind of got to go with what your talent is. In this case, I think it is the writing. What I say my least favorite thing about this, the lighting is bad in a couple spots, which I've dealt with that before too. Whenever you're rolling with, I want to say they shot this with a DVX 100, which is the same camera that I usually shoot with. If you don't have adequate light set up, sometimes it's going to be a little bit dark. But don't let that make you pass this by. It's still a great movie. The only other thing, and I don't have confirmation from this, but I would love to hear back from Joe. There's a scene where one of our security guards is being killed, and seemingly there is some kind of cloth underneath them. I'm guessing they didn't want to mess up the carpet, but it just kind of looks a little bit cheese. I'm going to call you on that, Joe. But again, don't pass it up because of that. There's a lot of good stuff in this movie. If you like to see people get cut up and killed, if you dig things like nudity, plenty of that in here too. So you'll dig it. Texas Frightmare Massacre has Facebook page, Twitter page. There's a website where you can pre-order this DVD that's coming out. I want to say in July sometime. But hit Joe Francis up. He also has a YouTube channel. Here I'll put a link to that in sidebar so you can check him out. This was killer, man. Like leaps and bounds better than I thought it could be. Again, I love micro-budget cinema. I would love to support everybody who sends me something. I thought this was a pretty funny premise. I've never met Joe in person, but we've talked online for years now, and I just kind of dig where the guy's coming from. He's a Texas filmmaker, which is close to my heart because that's where I'm from. I know how hard it can be to get people together to do this kind of stuff. So just pulling it off, man. Congratulations to you. I think it's amazing. Got a great cast in this. I mean, these guys are funny. They seemingly knew what they were doing, and it all kind of just came together. So I'd love to hear other people's takes on this movie. Like I say, it's not exactly out yet. I know Joe has been sending out some review copies, so if you're lucky enough to get one of those, I look forward to seeing what you have to say about it. When this DVD does come out, check it out. Also, if they're screening, I don't know if he's going to be showing it anywhere else, but I would imagine it would pop up, here and there at some different places. So hopefully you will get a chance to see it. Again, it's Texas Frightmare Massacre. Check it out. I think you'll really like it. Later.